Remember Nintendo DS? There was something magical about that handheld. For many people, it wasn't just another console, it was their first real step into gaming. Whether it was getting your grandma to try Brain Age or feeding your Nintendo before school, that little clamshell with the two screens pulled everyone in. So, when a modern device like the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 shows up with a similar vibe, that's going to turn heads. But this isn't just a nostalgia trip. The Flip 2 takes that same clamshell idea and reworks it for today. Android, OLED screen, a real OS, modern internals, and full-blown emulation right out of the box. It's like what the DS could have become if it kept evolving with us, and how it stacks up against the Pocket 5. Let's start with what's inside. The Flip 2 got a 5.5-inch AMOLED screen, full HD, super vibrant, and way better than the original Flip's washed-out panel. Both versions, whether you pick the Dimensity 1100 or the Snapdragon 865 model, come with 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage. That's the same as the Pocket 5, but in a totally different form factor. The Snapdragon version obviously performs better, especially if you're into heavier emulation like PS2, Wii, or even Winlator. Now let's talk controls. The D-pad in the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 is pretty much identical to the one on the Pocket 5, which is a good thing. It's accurate, responsive, and great for retro games. The face buttons are quieter, a bit lower profile, and the shoulder buttons, quiet, clicky, which is always a win. The screen is another highlight. Deep blacks, punchy colors, and decent brightness for outdoor play. It's probably the nicest screen Retroid's put on a handheld yet. That, plus the clamshell design, gives it a really Nintendo DS feel, which a lot of people are clearly nostalgic for. It's Android 13 out of the box with the latest Retroid launcher. It sleeps when you close the lid, wakes up instantly, and overall just feels polished. Auto rotate is on by default, which can be annoying, but you can change it in settings. Now, compared to the Retroid Pocket 5, they've packed almost the same internals. Same chipsets, same storage, even the same screen. But what really sets the Flip 2 apart is the design. The clamshell build means the screen is protected when closed, so you can toss it in a bag without worrying about scratches. It's not exactly pants pocket friendly, it's still got some bulk, but it definitely wins in portability and peace of mind. And the hinge? That was a major weak point in the original Flip. People were snapping hinges left and right. Flip 2 fixes that, and it's sturdier, opens smoother, and feels like it'll last. It can fully open to 180 degrees, which is super useful if you're using it propped up or just chilling on the couch. Now, to be honest, Retroid Pocket Flip 2 is not perfect. While it's better for short sessions, that blocky shape can get a little uncomfortable during longer gaming marathons. The Pocket 5's curved back still wins in the comfort department, especially if you're playing something like Symphony of the Night for 3 hours straight. And yeah, those recessed analog sticks on the Flip 2 are fine for casual stuff. But if you're going full tryhard in a shooter or 3D platformer, they can feel a little cramped. It could be the most comfortable Retroid handheld yet, but only if you have big hands. For short sessions or casual pick-up and play use, Flip 2 is amazing. But for longer gaming sessions, I still prefer the Pocket 5's ergonomics. But these problems are pretty meaningless when you actually sit down and play. Like the Retroid Pocket 5, the Flip 2 just gets the job done, and it does it nostalgically. Not flashy specs or overhyped features, but by tapping into that familiar nostalgic feeling we all grew up with.